and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And I'd like to welcome you to log day 20 of my Sketchbook Slam and Inktober. If you're new to this channel, new to this series, this is a daily series that I'm doing throughout the month of October to track my progress throughout the Sketchbook Slam challenge. I do it in 20-page increments so that the videos can be shorter and easily consumable, because if I do anything more than 20 pages, they end up being much too long. Also, if you are new to the channel, why not just hit that subscribe button, join the AB Creative crew, stick around for more sketchy content. And with all that being said, let's get on with the tour. So this page was for the official prompt of Deep. I like to think it's one of the most detailed pages that I've done because there was a lot of thought into every part of it. Now there's probably some pages where I did a lot of little detailed things, where I did a bunch of things, and you'll see that throughout this tour, but this one had a lot of little components that really made the piece. And how I incorporated Deep was that there was a creature who had this deep underground dwelling that he stayed in. And it was sort of inspired by Plant Plague's prompts for Inktober, and I think it was someone else's prompt too. Because Plant Plague's prompt for Inktober was warm drink, and he's sitting in his little home with a warm drink. These were some color swatches with Prismacolor color pencils. I gotta admit, yesterday I was really dragging my feet. I was really tired, and I don't know why. Well, actually, I wasn't tired. I just didn't know what to draw, I guess. And I didn't start drawing until like, I didn't really start focusing until 5 or 6 in the afternoon. I like how these figures came out, except I had to use some white out because of this dude. Wasn't too happy with him. Aw, smudgies. I hate when smudgies happen. Yeah. I was trying to work in more situational scenarios with characters. This was fun to draw though. Shading's a little light, but it was meant to get the situation more so than really the shading. Oh, last night I started watching American Horror Story Season 5 Freak Show, and I was so involved and invested in this series. I ended up staying up till 3 in the morning watching it, because I can't sleep when my husband is not at home. Can't explain that enough, my weird insomnia with loneliness. And so I tried to draw like a tent scene. I didn't really do anything with the vanity. And then I drew kind of a sad little clown, because, oh my goodness, American Horror Story Freak Show episodes 3 and 4, hearing all those stories and then seeing like the clown find people that accepted him, and just like hearing his story, and the fact that like his story made the face cry. Spoilers, too late. Oh gosh. It made me so sad. And then like I started bawling when Lobster Boy was like praised as a hero in the town, and it's just like, oh, I got so emotional. Because it's like, you knew this was going to be like the last time that they would be treated, and like the only time that they would be treated and accepted as normal. It was just so sad. This is roughly inspired by Elsa in the series of American Horror Story. I was trying to draw Dr. Stephen Strange, but I messed up as far as like the hair goes, and I just didn't want to keep going with the hair. I liked how his face came out though. I liked how the face came out. That was nice. It doesn't like entirely translate as Doctor Strange to me. But I liked how the face came out, I liked how the mouth came out, and so I drew some more mouths. This is when I started to draw even more mouths. This was from a photo reference in my Pinterest board of faces and expressions of the head. Yeah, I think so. Had to take a little sippy sip. And after doing a page full of lips, I decided to do a page full of eyes. These ones were referenced and these ones were imaginary. Then I did some faces after doing those experiments with like drawing the eyes. And at first I did just the faces, but like that was too much blank space, so I added hair to them and like fully fleshed them out. And then I started to practice with noses, all while still watching American Horror Story. This page was pretty fun with figuring out the whole triangle thing to make a nose. And I started to experiment with that whole triangle thing in order to figure out where shapes and parts of the nose should go. I think that really helped, and I might use it in the future. Like if you want me to do like a tutorial on drawing noses or different parts of the face, I'll probably will at some point. I'm just not sure. So I guess if you want that, put down "nobody knows" in the comment section. You can take it and like either go punny or like nobody knows how to do it. This is fun. I need to go and like post these on my Pinterest while this is probably loading. Because I didn't post anything last night. My phone was charging and I was just far away from it. Random character. I think she was loosely inspired by the one girl that was going by like Esmeralda as the fake gypsy. Super muscular dude. I don't know, it was just something to do. And then I drew Derp Gecko, which was fun. Derp Gecko was really fun. I didn't use a photo reference for any of these, so it was just like super derp. And then I remember that the Lana J prompt was something in regards to Moth and Bleeding Heart. And I sort of remember what Bleeding Hearts look like, and I just decided to make an outfit in regards to it. Yeah. And this was like the last drawing of the evening. It was like 3 in the morning by this point, and I just decided I gotta go to bed. I can't stay up forever. And I actually went to sleep. Pretty alright. This is actually a story from my mom of one time when she was driving really late at night to get supplies for her house. And this is the story of the disappearing boy. Hope that you enjoy. Alright, so this is a little bit of a short and sweet story that my mother reminded me about when I recently called her. And this story happened, I think, around in the fall time. And if you happen to be someone that's from Alaska, at the time my mom lived in Meadow Lakes, which is a very forested, far apart area for houses, kind of a boony place. And she had to do a late night supply run to Walmart. So she went with a close friend or family member, can't remember which. And she goes on this supply run to Walmart. And it was pretty late at night, and by the time that they got back, it was well into the night, very late. And in the Meadow Lakes area, there's a lot of twists and turns to the road. So they're driving down the road, and there's this one natural curve in the road. And they see what appears to be a young man standing near the edge of the road, near the forest. And he's wearing a hoodie, hood up, Carhartt. And in Alaska, it's not too unusual to see teenagers walking around at night. It's I swear it's like one of the hobbies that most teenagers do is that they wander around at night trying to wear the darkest clothing possible. And so they slow down their car so as to kind of keep an eye on him and make sure that like he gets where he's going or just to see if he needs a ride. And this kid walks into the road, and as he's walking into the road, they watch him, they're slowing down, being mindful of him. And as he gets to the middle of the road, to the middle lane, he vanishes. And my mom had to take a stop and compose herself to really think about, like, they checked around, tried to see if there was anyone nearby, and collect themselves. And seeing no one there, they kind of just went back home, and the friends stayed the night because my mom was a little spooked about it. And that was about it for the story. They never saw the disappearing boy again. And I don't know, I think there was like some sort of like urban legend about a kid missing in that area, or like the bunny boy. And other than that, that's about the gist of the story. If you like these spooky stories and the sketchy content, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your creative crew. Make sure to do what you do to make that artwork for you, and have a spooky October. Lots of love. Bye.